So I want to take a few minutes to thank everybody who made it today, all the workers, all the tradespeople that have come, our design team, and then the dignitaries that we have here from UND. So thanks for coming out for our topping off party celebration for this major milestone for the project. So I want to take another brief moment here to kind of reflect back on where we're at in the project. 6.5 months ago, we began excavating for the basement. And look where we're standing today. The main structure's up. The envelope and the interior finishes are starting to progress very, very nicely. Slabs, 2/3 of the way through. So huge accomplishment for everybody that's sitting in this room. Each of the pieces that you've brought to the table. So thank you for that. With the focus and the dedication, the hard work that we've shown so far, if we continue that focus for the next 12 months moving forward, the rest of this project is going to be just as successful for us and be able to turn it over to the owner for the final use of this building for the College of Business. So for me and the rest of the project leadership, huge thanks. This project would not be where it's at without each and every one of you sitting in this room today. So today we're celebrating the setting of the last major structural component of the building, known as the topping off or the topping out of a building. So I was asked to talk a little bit about the history and the tradition of topping off a building. So in 5 minutes or less, topping off started way back in ancient Scandinavia with a pagan tradition of putting a small tree on top of the structure that they built. And pagan tradition being that they wanted to appease the tree-dwelling spirits that they displaced by cutting down all the trees to build the timber-framed places. That's evolved over the years as it spread across Europe and then to America with the Scandinavian builders, the European builders that came to America. It's evolved into three main kind of traditions. One being, like we're doing today, a painted beam, something that's very nice, signed by the workers, signed by the people that all had a hand in building the project. Another tradition is still to fly a small tree and send it up to the highest point of the building. And a third being flying an American flag. Most tradespeople are pretty patriotic, and we all are strong supporters of America, right? So we're doing 2 out of those 3, right? We're going to fly a flag on top of the North Tower, and we're going to fly that beam up today. So after we get done here, after the speakers that are following me get done, and you get done eating, you're all welcome to join us on the north side of the building where we're going to fly that beam up into the North Tower. And that beam will be permanently displayed inside of the 4th floor faculty lounge forever and ever until this building's remodeled. So I will be followed by Deanna Carlson, who's the CEO of the Alumni Foundation. So Deanna.
Thank you so much. And notice the last name, Carlson. Oh, I love that Scandinavian history. That is good. Good to know. The topping off. I'm glad we have lots of good history here. It is absolutely a thrill to be here. I mean, I am just so excited. And this has been a project a long time in the works. So you may not realize it, but this building was funded in kind of a unique fashion. About 30% of the funding came from the state legislature. Thankful to our local legislators that helped us make that possible. And then $50 million of the dollars came from our generous alumni and friends through gifts, and they really used their networks to bring others to the table. So I can tell you that there's a lot of people who are just thrilled with the progress that you talked about. They're watching that live webcam. We hear from them. They're thrilled at how quickly this is happening. I drive down University Avenue a couple times a day, and it seems like every time I come down, there's something new. And I just hope I don't hit one of you when you're walking across the street because I'm so excited to watch this building going up. I'd like to also acknowledge 2 key UND leaders who really were instrumental in helping us secure the donations for this building. Dr. Josh Wynn, was at the beginning of the project. He was our interim president at that time. And, of course, President Andrew Armacost, who came in at the end of the project, and he's been an incredible partner even before he officially took over on June 1st. That's right. You haven't even been here a year. It seems longer than that. But so at this time, I'd like to welcome President Andy Armacost to the podium.
Well, it's great to see everyone. And just hearing the stories that were just told about the importance of raising a beam or raising the flag, you have to know this. When I was in my teens, I worked on summer construction projects back in Milwaukee at the wastewater treatment facility. They were redesigning that whole place, and so I had duties on the construction site. And I gained a real appreciation for all that goes on to put up a structure like this, and all the hard work and the dedication that folks like you are putting into this project. I just met a couple folks from the Twin Cities who are doing the fire suppression, and I hope to have a chance to meet each of you after I get down from the podium. But it's just with great appreciation. I see you out here every day, and I drive by, I walk by, and I just have seen the progress. We were standing on this spot 6.5 months ago. It was a windy day like today with nothing here except dirt blowing in our faces. And it was a great time to say, here's where this great new building is going to be. And you're a part of it. You're the ones who made this happen. And I realize there are people who aren't on site right now who had probably early work on the project, who we owe them thanks as well. So to each of you, you have my deepest gratitude and the gratitude of the entire campus and all the people who are going to inhabit this building. We really appreciate your hard work. And furthermore, I've brought up the idea many times about how do we honor your work the right way. First, we buy you Chick-fil-A. That's minor. But one of the most important ways is how do we recognize your individual contributions to this building. And so I've asked for this project and for other projects on campus to make sure that we have a plaque on the outside of the building that has each of your names on it. So if you're ever on campus, you might have loved ones with you, or you're just walking by for whatever reason, you can look at that plaque and remember the contribution that you made to the University of North Dakota. And so we'll make sure that happens. So congratulations to you on all your hard work. Congratulations to the PCL leadership team for keeping things moving along. We've been stunned by the progress that has gone on here. To the Nistlers, this is the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration, to Warner and Colleen Nistler, who were the primary donors to make this happen. Thank you to them. Thanks to them for instigating this project and making this vision actually a reality. And of course, there's when it comes to projects like this, the support of congressional delegations, our elected leaders, is really important as well. Representative Sanford and Senator Holmberg were instrumental in making this project happen, as well as others. And so our local delegation from this particular area of Grand Forks, we have Senator Kroon, Representative O'Brien, and Representative Corey, who were great supporters and really worked hard to make this happen. And of course, the city of Grand Forks and our great mayor, Mayor Brendan Bochensky, lent great support to this project, both morally and also with financial support. And thanks to the leadership of the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration and our dean, Amy Henley, for her creativity and her vision to pull this project, to conceive of what this building would mean for the lives of the students and faculty who inhabit this space. And it's not just about this building. The building is wonderful. It's going to be beautiful. It's about all the things that happen inside of it, creating great future leaders for the state of North Dakota and for the nation. And so with that, let me now turn it over to Dean Amy Henley. I think Amy's next. Is that right? So please come forward. Please welcome Dean Amy Henley. And thank you again for all your hard work on this great building.
Thank you, Deanna and President Armacost. I'd like to start off by expressing my gratitude to each one of you, this entire crew, and the tremendous work you have done in making this dream of a decade into a reality for our faculty, our students, our staff, and our alumni. What you have accomplished in the last 7 months has been monumental, and we are incredibly grateful, as President Armacost mentioned, for the individuals who will come through these doors in the future for decades to come, and the impact that they will have as business leaders and public service leaders. And the fact that you have moved so quickly is amazing. I drop my little guy off at UCLC some mornings, and I'll drop him off at 9, and he'll say, there's your building. And then when I pick him up at 4, he'll say, well, is it done yet? And I said, well, not quite that quick, but it's moving very quickly. So as Deanna mentioned, this project has been in the making for over a decade. And to see it hit this pivotal point is a dream that many of us never thought would come true. Kim Woods has led this effort for over a decade with all of our alumni and donors and all of our staff and faculty and their involvement, and they are so excited about the work you are doing. It is hard to imagine that by the summer of 2022, we will be able to open these doors to this new building and future generations of leaders. We're grateful to all the donors who have made this possible. As Deanna mentioned, Werner and Colleen Nistler, our lead donors, who have truly brought this project to life. When the doors of this building open, your amazing efforts to this project will impact generations of future leaders. You have built an iconic building that will be forever centered in the heart of our campus, creating connections for our campus, our students, and community as a whole. Personally, on behalf of the Nistler College faculty, students, and staff, I thank you.
Thank you, Dean Henley, and we really appreciate the tireless effort you have put into this project, as President Armacost said, from the moment you landed on campus. Now, and we have talked about the decade. It's been a decade, but our JLG friends here will tell you it's been about 2 decades since we started working on this project. We're closing in on close to 2 decades. But it's been worth it now as we look at where this building sits between 2 historic buildings on campus, Chester Fritz Auditorium, or Chester Fritz Library, and Merrifield Hall. Chester Fritz Library was a gift as well to the campus by Chester Fritz, who gave a $1 million donation. And of course, Merrifield Hall has been here since 1929. I have no doubt that the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration will become one of the most iconic buildings on campus connected to these 2 facilities. I talked about driving down University Avenue and coming from the east to the west. You see almost the completed Memorial Union. You see the recently renovated School of Law, the remodeled Chester Fritz Auditorium, our Chester Fritz Library, this amazing building, and of course, the Gershman Graduate Center, one of the first president's house on campus. What a beautiful drive, and all that you're doing to contribute to that, we thank you so much. This building is a credit to our donors, our state lawmakers, our UND leadership, and of course to each of you, because you have taken the dream and you're lifting it up every day, hammering, welding, drilling. You are putting the dream into a reality. And so we thank you so much. You should be proud of what you're doing. We are very proud of what you're doing. As President Armacost said, your names are going to be in this building. This is an amazing project that will benefit generations and generations of UND students and faculty that will be in this facility. So again, thank you for making this dream come true. Have a great day.
Nistler College alumni and friends. We are so excited today to share a very pivotal point in the construction of our new home for the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration. The final beam is being raised today that marks a landmark step in this project, looking to completion of next April 2022. We invite all of you back in person in October 18th through 23rd for Homecoming Week, where you can have a chance to be part of our history, sign a magnet, and have it located on that beam forever to be housed in the Nistler College of Business and Public Administration. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and we can't wait to see you.